VaynerMedia is a small to mid-sized business. We are pretty complex for the size that we are, with many different entities and different locations. But we have in total currently 6 locations around the globe with north of 1,000 employees. We are growing, so we're looking to add to those 6 locations around the globe, mostly internationally. We went to market and started looking. The #1 priority was performance management because we were doing performance reviews for over 800 employees in Google Docs, which was not a very efficient or effective process. And so quickly knew that that was something that we needed to do, went to market for that. And we're really looking at a solution that was gonna help us with that initially, but I had a whole list of 6 to 8 other things that I wanted technology to be able to help us with and to be a solution and a partner with us for. And when we stumbled upon Hibob in particular, I knew right away that it was a solution that was gonna answer, if not all, but at least 98% of that wish list that I had and the list of strategies and initiatives that I needed technology to help support with. Why we chose Bob was really because of a few things. One was all of the suite of offerings. We were able to put the entire employee lifecycle into one system. So from pre-boarding and onboarding all the way through someone's 45-day check-in to a new hire survey to their 90-day check-in, all the way through performance reviews, kudos and shout-outs, birthdays and anniversaries, benefits. It was pretty much kind of one-stop shop for everything. There's a directory and people can put in their passions. We found some really unique ways to use it, all the way through to an exit interview and potentially even beyond within the system. So when I saw that all of the offerings that they had, I knew that it was a solution that was right for us based on all of the needs that we had within our organization. And in addition to that, it really is a very user-friendly solution. It is very, it's one that we can mold to the needs of what we have. We have a lot of dialogues and partnerships with the folks and the representatives that we have at Hibob and your organization to really talk about, this is something we want to achieve, how do we go and achieve it? And so that partnership is so critical and important and has been increasingly and very valuable to being able to achieve all of the initiatives that we wanted to from a solution. And it's also very user-friendly for our employee population. And so, just to give an example of that, we rolled out our first performance review cycle late last year through the Hibob system and got out of Google Docs. And some of the feedback that we heard from managers and employees alike was, wow, that was so easy, that was amazing. It was just so seamless and efficient and such an effective process. Hibob as a one-stop shop and solution made sense for us. And rather than going to a best-in-breed for performance management and a best-in-breed for compensation planning and a best-in-breed for X, Y, or Z, we knew that a one-stop shop was the right solution for us because we want to be able to really take a look at a snapshot in an employee's journey, to be able to look at all of the employee stats that we need in one screen. And Hibob really offered that for us, where we didn't need to go to 5 different systems to find out when someone's start date was and a picture of them and what their email address is. We were really able to grab that all into one screenshot through the Hibob system. And also because our people and experience team, their time and their energy needs to go towards making sure that we're listening to what our employees are doing versus logging into and using different systems and learning different systems and adapting our processes to different systems, which can oftentimes be an off-the-shelf solution versus one where we can tailor and mold it to what our needs are. Ease of use is so important because people's time is so precious and everybody has so much on their plate, so much that they're juggling, and we want to make sure that a system and the processes that we know are so important that employees and managers need to go through are simple, effective, and intuitive, quite frankly. And so, Hibob is one of those solutions that really does play into all of that. Bob supports us with data in so many different ways. It is the qualitative data, it's the quantitative data, and it's, you put that together and it tells the story. And so, we've been doing a lot of employee reporting, DE&I, for example, a whole variety of different reports, time and position, who's up for salary planning. So there's a whole bunch of data that we get out of it, but we also get a lot of real valuable, non-data data out of it as well, which when you piece those things together really do tell an employee story and is invaluable to everything that we do. We use it for engagement surveys and goal setting, and we're able to report off of those and see what learning and development opportunities we need to put in place, because what's the common themes of what employees need throughout their life cycle. So it's really it's been an invaluable tool for us to be able to get lots of different data. The impact has been tremendous in so many different ways. It's created efficiencies within the organization, not just within the people and experience team, but within the employees and the managers as well. I think it's also had a great impact where it's really been able to show our employees that we're putting out initiatives that are speaking to what the needs of our population are, to enhance their experience with us, to gather information, to listen to them, another vehicle for communication and where to go to get information. And so it really does show the investment that we've put into our people and the technology to help support it.
That's fantastic.
My favorite Bob feature actually happens to be being able to look at somebody's profile and seeing what their passions are, the pronouns they use for themselves. It really gives me a glimpse into the human and the individual themselves. And so that has been something that I think I didn't really think about needing or wanting from a solution, but has been a real delight and surprise to me.